Today I'm going to show you how to bud, plant, and grow potatoes like these. Also, I've never paid for potato seed in my life, yet I grow them every year. Stay tuned and I'll show you how. Before we get started, please like, share, subscribe, and watch till the end. Now let's get started. Today I'm going to walk you through how simple and easy it is to bud, plant, and grow potatoes. Take a look at these. These are homemade potato seeds from a bag of red potatoes that I got in the grocery store. Every year I buy at least one bag of potatoes that start developing eyes before I've had the chance to cook them. I hope no one out there throws their potatoes away when they start to develop eyes and get a little tender, because those are perfect for making potato seeds like these. This is how you want your potatoes to look when you put them in the ground. When they're well budded like mine are, they'll break ground in 3 to 7 days. The best time to get them in the ground is immediately after the last chance of frost. Early spring when it's still a little cool outside. And next we plant. How I do it is by digging trenches 4 to 6 inches deep. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you plant in an area that gets direct sunlight for at least 6 hours in a day. As with most plants, they will thrive in all-day sunlight. Before making this video, I converted this garden bed into an L-shaped garden bed that you see in this video. It was a big wide 6 foot by 6 foot box. I was making leaf mold in it, and that's also the soil that you see inside this bed. So I filled this entire L-shaped bed with soil that I made from leaves. So the soil is nutrient rich and perfectly fluffy to grow potatoes in. It's pretty much leaf mold, worm castings, and a plant-derived nitrogen source. Your potatoes will have a higher yield if the consistency of your soil is light and fluffy. Potatoes grow underground, so if they were growing underground in a more compacted soil, they wouldn't have much room to grow. So you would get smaller sized potatoes and smaller sized yields. If your soil is compacted, just use a pitchfork to fluff it up. Although my soil is fertile enough to grow these potatoes, you always want to add a 100% natural fertilizer like this one. And you don't have to worry about soil pH, because if you plant in healthy living soil, you'll always reap a harvest, minus all the complicated red tape. This is a small section of potatoes, but I did manage to get 3 rows in. By planting in a natural and organic soil, these potatoes are going to be nutrient rich. So they'll have more flavor than anything you can possibly buy from a store. Preferably, you also want to add your natural fertilizer directly into the trenches horizontally along with the potato seeds. As you see, my potatoes are fully budded. I achieved this by storing them in a cool, dark place for the entire winter season, and they're more than ready for spring. When they're heavily budded like this, you want to make sure that you cover all of the buds. This is a small run, but I should still get a decent personal size harvest because my soil is fluffy enough. That is, unless someone wants to join me for dinner. The potatoes are red potatoes that I got out of the grocery store. I should have potatoes in 2 or 3 months, but we'll know for sure when they're ready because they'll start to yellow and lay over. I've also grew some potatoes some years back, and I never harvested them. And the following season, they grew me another potato crop. When your buds are long like this, just make sure that you get them all under the soil. It's okay if you break a few, they'll be okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and fill the trench in and smooth it back to a level surface. The plants to your right are natural non-GMO tobacco plants. Stay tuned because I'll be doing a video on those in a week or 2. You can see how healthy they've become by growing in my soil at the beginning and end of this video. This video was filmed the day I planted them into this bed, and they were long overdue and starting to yellow, which meant that they were starting to need nitrogen. The last thing I do is cover the bed with a mulch layer to preserve moisture and to protect my living soil from direct sunlight. The very last step is to water them in. By mulching the top, I have to do less watering, but once the temperature goes to hell, I water once or twice a week. That's during the hottest part of the summer. But I do check the moisture level of my soil before watering by sticking my finger in the first top 2 or 3 inches of the soil to see how moist it is before watering. You don't want your soil staying soaking wet though, because they'll rot. And I'll be adding a drip hose to this bed so I don't have to water it manually. And please make sure you subscribe, like, and stay tuned, because I'll be doing a follow-up harvesting video in a few months. Harvesting is easy, especially in fluffy soil. That's all there is to it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.